Aquarius. Hello to my Aquarian friends. This is LowKeyMagickal with a K, about to do your relationship tarot read for the end of May. I have shuffled the cards and divided them into 3 stacks. I am taking the middle stack intuitively. I want to remind you to be sure and like, share, and subscribe so you will know as soon as my reads are ready. And our first card is the 9 of Swords. My goodness, what has been on your mind, Aquarius? The 9 of Swords. Well, first of all, the 9 is one of those numbers that can kind of just wrap over and over itself forever. 3s build upon each other. And this 9 of Swords is someone who is letting their thoughts keep them up at night. So Aquarius, you've got to let that go. First of all, into the read. There we go. Into the read. Let that go, Aquarius. I wish it was that easy. But something, and possibly it does have to do with relationships, has been keeping you up at night. This figure here wishes she could rest. And of course, gender has nothing to do with it. Our thoughts can bother us no matter what, male, female, in between. Our thoughts can keep us up at night. And my goodness, okay, Aquarius, I'm worried now because here's a 4 of Swords. And that's a very similar energy where someone says, okay, hon, it's time to go to bed. And you say, sure, I'll go to bed. And you lay there. However, your thoughts just continue to pester you. So Aquarius, the 9 of Swords is restless. The 4 of Swords is some rest, but I just continue to worry. And one of the main things that comes into my mind is the manager at work that is, yes, he's had a long shift and he goes to lay down. But of course, the only thing that he can think of is, okay, I got to cover the shift tomorrow. I got to make sure so-and-so gets here. I got to do this. I got to do that. And why is this, Aquarius? Well, I feel like you're juggling quite a bit right now. This 2 of Pentacles. Pentacles represents energy of the earth. Yes, it's money, but it's also things that we value, things that represent our comforts, the things that we collect around ourselves. And this gentleman is, yes, he is keeping them in balance currently. But this 2 of Pentacles represents there's a juggling act that's going on. And of course, I would think that with all that's going on over here. From a relationship standpoint, Aquarius, do you feel like you are having trouble keeping everything in balance around you? Keeping everyone at work happy while also keeping your spouse or your partner happy? Or if there's kids involved, are you keeping them happy and trying not to disappoint your parents while you're at it? And trying to keep your friends from, I got to go out with my friends, I got to keep her happy, I got to keep him happy, I got to keep them happy. And who suffers when that is the case, Aquarius? You and your beautiful little soft heart is what suffers. You allow those thoughts of, I can't seem to keep everything in balance. I can't seem to keep everyone happy. I can't seem to not have to always second guess what's coming out of my mouth. You know, I feel like I have to defend every move that I make. This is, it feels a little tight, Aquarius. And the first thing I want to say is, let's just together here, let's just take a deep breath, because I understand where you are if this is the case. I understand how our thoughts can be the most overwhelming thing. The problem that often comes up, especially with this 9 and 4 of Swords combination, is that we will lose sight of the fact that these are just our thoughts. And that our thoughts can get away from us sometimes. It is very important to take a step back and remember that we are not those thoughts. Those thoughts are part of a program that have been put into place initially to protect us. The sword is supposed to be there to protect you. Those thoughts are supposed to come up to say, warning, these berries might be poison, or warning, don't forget, a tiger lives near here. However, because we no longer have to search for berries to survive, and we no longer are chased by predators, those thoughts have become less of a warning system and more of an overactive like a virus with pop-ups that just don't stop. I mean, look at that. They just don't stop. So my first piece of advice that tarot is just yelling at me here is take a moment. Take a moment, even if it's your car in the parking lot, at lunch. I don't know where you can steal these moments, but you can. They exist. And you just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that you are not those thoughts. Goodness sakes, this is already so big, Aquarius. What is going on? Well, the good thing is we also have a Knight of Pentacles coming in. So there is something that is new. It is not fast moving, but it is something that is coming to you in the form of a message that is going to involve this balance. Something in this balance is changing. It may not be changing quickly, but it's changing and it's moving you to a very different place. Okay, so let's move this 9 and 4 of Swords over here. We're gonna call that, yes, that's something that we're working on. Yes, this is something that's developed over time. You don't get these 2 cards popping out just because you had a weekend that was a little bit difficult for you. No, this is a process that's been going on for a while, and we're gonna move it over because we know it's there, but we're going to acknowledge that's not who we are. Those are simply, those never-ending window pop-up. Virus has been installed. We're going to de-virus that. We're going to take steps to do that because we remember those thoughts are not who we are. Those thoughts are just part of a process, and we are going to get better at the feeling of this balance. It's not going to feel so desperate. It's not going to feel so, oh my God, I have to get... No, we're going to understand that there's a natural balance that can be achieved because some new information is coming in. And this is one of those time things where the timeline can be a little bit flipped. You want to say, once this offer or this new thing comes in, then I'll know how to balance. But I want to say that once you realize balance can be achieved, that's when the new thing comes. We tend to get caught up in, I am not going to be happy. I am going to feel out of balance. I'm going to pester myself with these swords nonstop until something new shows up that shows me I can balance it. But this is different. The Emperor comes in to say, you have got to show that ownership and turn down the volume on the I've barely got a hold of this statement that tends to run in your head nonstop. I can barely do this. I'm barely doing this. Oh God, I almost dropped it. I'm barely keeping everyone happy. Okay, we're turning the volume down on that. Because when you can get to that place where the Emperor energy steps in and says, okay, you like how he actually steps in? Okay. You guys don't get to be what's running the show anymore. I run the show. And I declare that I am good at this. I declare that I am the ownership of my current stability. And I'm doing a damn good job at it. I've had a lot that I've had to come through. And yes, I am juggling a lot. But I'm doing it well, and I'm making it look easy. And maybe you guys think that's the problem, is that you actually do make it look easy, and so they don't realize you have all of this bullshit going on in here. They're just lobbing their swords at you too. And you can say, no, I have a shield. You can't lob swords at me anymore. Do you understand that? Because this new thing is coming in. Your ownership of that, and you saying, no, I know what I'm doing. Don't bother me. I've got this balance in place. My own thoughts are going to be clear. I don't care what you think about it either. I'm not taking on your swords anymore. I am the Emperor. This is a very strong, creative, male archetype energy. Now again, male or female, you can stand up and be a strong woman and pretend you've got a beard for a moment and say, hey, this isn't the way, daddy voice, this is not the way things are going to go anymore. I know what I'm doing. I'm balancing this. And you may think I barely got it in balance, but guess what? I'm owning it. I'm owning it. You know how attractive that makes you when you can own that energy and know that what you're doing is successful and moving you towards what you want, because that ownership energy is what brings in this Knight of Pentacles. And this is a new offer that has to do with money, with comfort, with some kind of stability for you. And it's really, really going to change things. So don't freak out about this. What's the next card, LowKeyMagickal? Tell me. It's a tower. And that tower means that these things are going to change for you. Oh, wow. All right. So the tower is something that has been built is going to come down. And the message of the tower is, and this can be good things, because this may be structures that you have built that have put this into place. The structures that you've built that have put this constant nagging, negative, having trouble sleeping, feeling bad about yourself, saying bad things internally about yourself, letting other people's harsh words hurt you is going to fall down. That is going to completely come apart. That's not who you are anymore. Okay? You embody this Emperor energy. This Knight of Pentacles comes in and completely changes things for you. Oh my gosh, that is such a powerful, powerful thing. And do you know what it leads to? Like, I feel like I'm gonna cry right here. Please don't fear the tower. The tower is a positive thing. And it's going to give you this amazing strength. Okay, and these two things have to go together here. Oh, Aquarius, what is going on? This Emperor energy and this Strength card go together so well. So this Tower energy comes in based on these powerful changes that you've made, and they completely annihilate, and please allow them to, completely annihilate this ridiculous thought process. You have to let that happen. You have to let go of that. You've got to let that fall apart, because this beautiful thing that's coming in gives you that Emperor. It just solidifies. This Strength card just solidifies that Emperor energy like nothing else. And it says, you have achieved an enviable level of balance. Oh my God, I'm just going to take all this stuff away. You have achieved this enviable level of balance. So please understand that this balance is possible for you. This individual is not afraid, not because she has this lion in a tight grasp. She does not. Not because this lion is somehow less than a lion in her presence. No, no, no. She has just achieved a balance with this incredibly strong force that allows her to continue to be herself, and this force to continue to be itself, and they benefit from each other in their strength. And this is what you are moving towards. This new relationship that you are developing is almost, I want to say, a relationship with yourself, because you are coming into this true understanding of who you are and what you are becoming and how valuable you are and how well you keep everything in balance, and how when you do keep things in balance and you own it, more offers come to you because that's who you are. And these ridiculous internal thoughts can be put to bed. And anyone that wants to give you their thoughts that aren't helpful, you can tell them, no, thank you. I have a shield that protects me from that. I am strong. I know who I am. I keep my life in balance. This no longer has to be what drives this. Painful internal thoughts and fear of what other people are thinking of you does not have to drive this. This gets put to bed, and yeah, that changes some things. That may cause some people around you to say, I don't know if I want to be around you anymore. You stand up for yourself now. I don't know what you think you're doing. What do you mean you're getting a new job? What do you mean you're moving across country? What do you mean you were supposed to sit here this whole time and let me keep you under my thumb? That is not the case anymore. Guess what? These go together, and you are the Emperor in this situation, Aquarius. You are Strength, Aquarius, and you keep it beautifully in balance. Ooh, this was another intense one. We've had a few intense reads today. Aquarius, can I tell you something directly? I'm very proud of you. Whatever this was, you are moving to something. Whew, seriously, it kind of chokes me up. I am incredibly proud of you. Stick with it. Don't give up. You are the Emperor. You are Strength. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Please do me a favor and comment down below if this resonates. I am interested to know. Look me up on Facebook, LowKeyMagickal with a K. Have a magical rest of your day.